Calling me ugly is wild behavior, bro. Fat, you got that. But ugly?
Grandmother is mourning her daughter and stepping in to raise her children. The woman from Arlington was shot and killed by her boyfriend. Taterea McGuire was a mother of four.
December 3rd, 2024, Taterea McGuire's phone goes silent. Her mother calls once, twice, 3 times. Nothing. They talked every single morning. This silence is impossible. Patrice doesn't wait. She files a missing person report in Arlington. My daughter is missing. She's been fighting with her boyfriend, LeDarren Tilley. Taterea was last seen December 2nd. Phone dead, car gone, her 4 kids asking questions. 2 days later, a landscaper in Fort Worth finds a body on remote city property. Taterea McGuire, 32, mother of 4, shot multiple times, partially clothed, 1 shoe missing. A receipt near her identifies her. How many red flags does someone have to ignore before it's too late? If you think stories like this matter, hit subscribe. The next story might save someone you love. And if you won't, go to the comments and tell me why. Stick around to the end. I'm going to give you 2 powerful tips on how to detect and escape domestic violence. Tips that could save a life, maybe even yours. But first, you need to understand who Taterea really was. Because this wasn't just a murder. This was the destruction of a woman who was this close to freedom. Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most terrifying true crime tales. Kindly hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. Taterea Shante McGuire, born November 1st, 1992 in Jonesboro, Louisiana, moved to Texas in 2002. Graduated high school 2011, earned her CNA license, started her own business, T's Helping Hands, caring for the elderly. Her family called her the sweetest person who would do anything for anyone. But above all, she was a mother. Trenton, Caden, Kamorian, Alea. Her children were her everything. She would never leave them, never. December the 1st, 2024, one day before she disappeared, Taterea rededicated her life to Christ at Word of Truth Church. She posted a photo with her kids. She was building independence, planning to leave LeDarren Tilley, and that's when the danger escalated. The most dangerous time for a victim isn't when they stay, it's when they try to leave. LeDarren Tilley, 37, not the father of her children. Her kids told police they'd been fighting off and on for months, and he always carried a gun. Always. On December the 2nd, LeDarren convinced Taterea to get in the car. Said they were just going to his sister's house in Irving. Drop off a phone? Quick trip. She never came home. If you knew someone was planning to leave an abusive relationship, would you check in? Would you help? Or would you assume they'd figure it out? Taterea was doing everything right, and it still wasn't enough. If you think her story deserves to be heard, tap that like button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, because silence protects abusers. December the 2nd, 8 p.m., LeDarren and Taterea leave home in his white 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe. He tells her they're going to his sister's house in Irving, just dropping off a repaired phone. Simple errand. They'll be back soon. On the drive back, they start arguing. Her kids would later tell police the fights had been constant, and they said something else, something crucial. He always had a gun. December 3rd morning, LeDarren returns to the house, alone. He takes the kids to school like nothing happened. They ask him, "Where's Mom?" He doesn't hesitate. "She's with your grandmother." The kids call their grandmother. She picks up immediately. "I haven't seen your mother." That's when the lie starts crumbling. That's when Patrice files the missing person report. December 5th, a landscaper finds Taterea's body on a gated property at 2600 Greenbelt Road in Fort Worth. Remote. Isolated. The kind of place nobody just stumbles across. Fort Worth police pull vehicle tracking data on LeDarren's Tahoe. And here's what they find. His car arrived at that exact location at 12:27 a.m. on December 3rd. It left at 12:30 a.m., 3 minutes. Think about that. 3 minutes. Just enough time to stop, dump a body, and drive away. No hesitation, no ceremony, no remorse. December 6th. Detectives sit down with LeDarren. They ask him to walk them through the night of December 2nd. He's calm, confident. He's got his story ready. I dropped her off at home after the argument. Then I drove straight to my dad's house in Dallas. I took I-20. Detectives nod, write it down, then they show him the data. The property where Taterea's body was found, it's 7 miles off his claim route. In the opposite direction, north of I-30, not I-20, and his car was there. At 12:27 a.m. for 3 minutes, he lied, and the data buried him.
The woman from Arlington was shot and killed by her boyfriend. Taterea McGuire was a mother of 4, and Brittany Moncrief just spoke with her mother about taking care of her grandchildren while coping with unbearable grief.
Patrice Bowden remembers the moment she learned what true love was.
She is like a breath of fresh air. She's my firstborn.
Her daughter, Taterea McGuire.
To have her and love her was like, oh my goodness.
She's grateful Taterea, a mother of 4.
They were her everything.
Got to experience that true love too.
She would never leave her children. Never, ever, ever.
So when she couldn't reach Taterea the night of December 2nd and the day after,
I immediately knew something wasn't right.
Patrice reported her missing. According to documents obtained by WFAA, she and Taterea's children told Arlington PD that Taterea and her boyfriend, LeDarren Tilley, had been fighting. The children also told police he carries a gun. An arrest warrant states Tilley, who is not the children's father, told police he hadn't seen Taterea since dropping her off at home Monday night and returning the next day to take the kids to school.
I was devastated because we didn't know where she was.
That devastation only getting worse after a landscaping employee found Taterea's body in this wooded area off Greenbelt Road, owned by Fort Worth Water Department, December 5th. Documents show she was shot multiple times and was partially clothed. Law enforcement also placed Tilley's vehicle in that same location the night she went missing, later charging him with murder.
To know that she gave and gave and gave and it wasn't enough hurts me.
Patrice says Taterea planned to end the relationship, sharing this photo of her and her children joining a church the day before she was killed.
Those babies need me, and I have to do everything in my power to keep them protected, and I will.
Continuing to show what true love is.
So here's my question. If someone lies about where they were the night their girlfriend disappeared, what else are they lying about? If you're still here, if you're still watching, you clearly care about the truth. So why haven't you subscribed yet? Seriously, go to the comments and tell me. Are you waiting for the perfect video? Or do you just not believe stories like this matter? Because I'm telling you right now, they do. December 8th, 2024, LeDarren Tilley is arrested and charged with murder. Bond set at $250,000. He's taken to Tarrant County Correction Center. The evidence against him? Overwhelming. His vehicle placed at the crime scene, his admission that he controlled the car all night, his alibi completely fabricated, and the history of domestic violence confirmed by Taterea's own children. Case closed, right? Not for the people left behind. Patrice Bowden, Taterea's mother, is now raising 4 grandchildren, Trenton, Caden, Kamorian, and Elia. 4 kids who lost their mother. 4 kids who watched the relationship fall apart. 4 kids who were lied to by the man who killed her. Patrice said it best. Those babies need me. I have to do everything in my power to keep them protected. A GoFundMe was launched to cover funeral costs and give those kids a future. Because justice in a courtroom doesn't pay for therapy. It doesn't pay for school supplies. It doesn't bring their mother back. Latasha Williams knows this pain better than most. She founded Cheryl's Voice, a Fort Worth nonprofit dedicated to domestic violence awareness. But her connection to this issue isn't academic. Latasha watched her own mother killed by her father. When she heard about Taterea's 4 children, she saw herself. She saw the trauma, the questions, the nights wondering if you could have done something differently. She said, the cost doesn't end with the victim. It destroys the children. It destroys families for generations. Now, I promised you 2 tips. 2 warning signs that could help you or someone you know escape before it's too late. Tip 1. If someone becomes more controlling, more jealous, more violent when you try to leave, that's not love. That's ownership. And it's the most dangerous phase. Most victims are killed when they're trying to get out, not when they're staying. Tip 2. If your partner controls your movements, monitors your phone, isolates you from family and friends, they're not protecting you. They're trapping you. Isolation is how abusers maintain control. If you feel like you can't make a move without permission, you're already in danger. Taterea saw the signs. She was leaving. She was building a business. She rededicated her life to faith. She was doing everything right, and it still wasn't enough. So here's my question. If you believe no one should die for trying to be free, what are you willing to do about it? Hit that like button right now. Share this video, because the algorithm doesn't care about justice, but people do. And if enough people see this, maybe someone else gets out in time. But this story isn't over yet. Taterea's 4 children lost their mother. They watched the fights. They heard the arguments. They saw the warning signs adults tried to ignore. And when she disappeared, they were lied to by the man who took her from them. Now their grandmother carries the weight. Patrice didn't just lose her daughter. She inherited the responsibility of raising 4 kids who will grow up asking questions that have no good answers. Why did this happen? Could anyone have stopped it? Will they ever feel safe again? LeDarren Tilley awaits trial. The evidence is overwhelming. The digital tracking, the fabricated alibi, the testimony from Taterea's children. The prosecution has what they need. But even if justice is served, even if he spends the rest of his life behind bars, it won't bring Taterea back. It won't heal her kids. It won't undo the trauma. Justice in a courtroom doesn't reverse the damage. It just closes the file. Taterea McGuire was 32 years old. She had a CNA license. She built a business called T's Helping Hands. She had 4 children who loved her. She rededicated her life to Christ. She was planning to leave. She was doing everything right, and she still died. If you see yourself in her story, if you know someone living it right now, don't wait. Don't assume it'll get better. Don't convince yourself it's not that bad yet. Leaving is dangerous, but staying, that's just slower. What's your take? Do you think LeDarren will get the justice he deserves? Comment below. I'm reading every single one. If this mattered to you, hit like. Share it with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next story could save a life. Our hearts ache for Taterea's family. Words feel inadequate. But please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in the memories of Taterea. Thank you for watching, for your attention, and for joining us on this journey of reflection. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.